innovative content, global audience.
Yes, people. What a day. It's a happy Sunday to those of you that went to church today. Nigeria is on the move. We are on the move. SRTV is on the move. Robo Television is on the move. Daddy Chris is here to drive the vehicle. Where is the destination? A better Nigeria, a better country for me and you. My name is Daddy Chris, and this is SRTV. I am broadcasting tonight from London. As you know, my team might join me from Abuja and France and Canada and Germany. But tonight is a very important broadcast that I want to once again look at some of the things really pushing us as a people. But because of my privilege, because I'm from Delta State, please, guys, I will be focusing a lot on the Delta State gubernatorial elections. The reason being, rather than they telling us what they want to do when they become governor, all they're doing right now is fight one another, and it's a shame. And I really don't know whether these guys live in the same country where Peter Obi comes from. Do we have Peter Obi in Delta State? That's my big question to all of you watching me tonight, because it's a shame that after watching what happened at the national level, Delta State is playing at this cheap level. What a disaster. What kind of human beings you are. That tells us why you are where you are as a people. And it's a shame. And I won't take that tonight. I'm going to take my time to really root at your asses tonight as we look at this show. I'm not your friend. You guys know me. But you know what? I don't lie against anybody. I don't lie for any fool. But most of you are actually village fools. You were village fools. I don't know where you came from. You were village fools. We go blame you because you recruited some of these village fools who are now dominating the Delta State politics. Village fools, so people would have been in their villages tapping palm wine. They come out now, dominate Delta State political scene in a very obscene manner. We'll come to that. Well, before I go into that properly, I spent the last 2 days to just talk about two important things, Nigerians, and that will be the cross of my broadcast, because I'm coming up with something different for Nigeria. So in the last 2 days, and the last, I think it's on Thursday or so. No, I didn't do any show on Thursday. It must be on Wednesday. Oh, okay. On Friday, I talked about chasing our enemy, and I concluded that there are two people in Nigeria, two sets of people, two tribes, two religions: the rich and the poor. There is no Muslim. There are no Muslims in Nigeria. There are no Christians in Nigeria. We have the rich and the poor. Our apostles are among the rich. And you are the poor. You are the victim. The politicians are the rich. You are a servant. Servant is a good word. So it's good to serve. You are a slave. I took my time to explain the concept of slave trade, and I did let you guys know that when the white people came to take us to America and to Europe and where we find ourselves now, they did not pay us the right wages. That is why we consider it slavery. Even though today, most Africans want to come to Europe or come to America to come and work. Is it not the same place they forced us to? They came one time and they forced us to come and be slaves to them. And the reason it was called slave trade, because they didn't pay us. If they had come and said, oh, please give us some of your people to come and help us work in our sugarcane farm, we would have been called slavery. But because they didn't pay us what the wages were due, we call it a slave trade. What is different today in Nigeria? And I want those of you who are academia, those of you who are very smart, the intellectuals, to listen to what I say, because I ain't going to take it back. There is slave trade in Nigeria, and you are the victim. You and your children are the victim. And I said the litmus test of anybody that wants to run for office today should be, where are your children? Where are they studying? Where do you obtain your health care? You are a fool. So your children are not okay to go to the general hospital. It's my children that can go there. Your children cannot go to government school. My children is the one that can go there. And you tell me, you see what they were doing in those days? Exactly what the slave master did to us. It's what these fools are doing to you. And you are killing yourself in their names. I'm wondering what is wrong with my own people. Is there something actually wrong with us as a people? I'm only asking, is something wrong with us? Because it makes no sense. It's not adding up in my book that we are the same people fighting for them, killing one another. You see, I listen to the trading of words now on the social media. Just before I come on now, I just turn off my phone and I found out that they're telling us now that this guy is as a doing about. Thank you, man. Thank you, Sonny Okoro. I'm lawyer, brother. They tell us about slave trade that happened in America, but they actually slave trade in Nigeria. Today, it's one of America is past. In fact, there's no slave trade in America anymore, if we want to judge in the true sense of it. Because now we are asking it, begging to become slaves. People are crossing the same ocean that we crossed years ago. They took us across years ago, chaining us. Now, with our hands open, our children are crossing the ocean, actually dying in the ocean. The same way we died. Some of us died when they carried us as slaves, they throw us in the water. It's the same way people are dying, crossing the ocean to Europe and America because they were looking for a better life. So the question is, define slavery. We have slave traders in Africa, Nigeria to be specific. If you don't understand what I'm saying, let me break it down. I've said it before. When you engage a man or you seek the services of a human being and you didn't pay the person the normal wages, that person is your slave. Because then you can maneuver the person. The same thing they did to us when they took us as slaves. They know what I'm saying. The Americans, the British, they know what I'm saying. They use us as slaves. They were not paying us. But they still give us some peanuts. They give us food. In fact, the one of Africa today, they didn't even give you enough food to eat. In fact, in those days, they give us enough food so we can sleep with our wife and make more babies for them. And we don't have wives. The wives were their own people, their own thing. And then they give us enough food so that we can work in the sugarcane farm. This time, people go to bed without food. And you say that man is a human being. Nigerians, as I said, I went further to explain to you that now, because of that, you should know your enemy. Who is your enemy in Nigeria? Is it me? The ordinary man like you, who is trying to survive, who is looking for food to eat? Let me put it this way. You guys will not like me. Is it the Fulani man that is in the forest? Is he your enemy? He is not. Oh, he's a victim like you. Do you want to go and stay in the bush? What kind of human being stays in the bush? When other ones are living in Aso Rock, go to Abuja and see the kind of places people live. And somebody is in the bush. Who is that person? Following cattle everywhere. Yeah. That is his life. Hello. And you see the amount of transportation. They'll pack up themselves inside one trailer like sardine. Do you want to live that kind of life? Will you live that kind of life? Those people are victims like me and you. Let us know. If I can talk to those guys, those kidnappers, they don't know their enemies. You know, why would I come and kidnap the Christ who is suffering? Now, it's assumed that hand cannot get to the slave master. Hand will reach them soon. By the time we now direct our energy into the right source, we now know who our enemies is. Then don't worry. They will have no problem. Let me put it this way in a simple term. Now, let me come to your individual community. Anybody, this one will vex many people. I know you guys will be angry with me. Anybody that his fence is too high, break it down. No. Until there is harmony in the community, there should be no peace for anyone. And these are simple things. Why should you raise your fence so high? We have Nigerian police. They enforce the Nigerian police to do their job. You don't need a fence. In Cotonou, they blow whistle and the motor stop. Nigeria, I went further to talk about yesterday, law and order. I merged the two topics in these 2 days. Law and order. What am I saying, my people? People are turning us into slaves. Now we don't think well. We end up fighting one another. And I didn't want to talk about this tonight. But when I saw what happened on social media right now, that you fools are actually fighting yourself because of Agege, Sheriff, or Labour Party. Hey, I'm angry. See, Okowa that borrowed all our money, put us in debt. I like to put Okowa. This fool, he goes to die. This bagger that borrowed all the money in your name. You don't know his children. You don't know how to get to him. It's me that decrees that is your problem. You probably can get to my family now. Beat me up. My brother, you are chasing the wrong enemy. Your enemy should be Okowa, who collects 2 billion naira security votes. I'm not talking of the other money. Who borrowed your destiny out? And Sheriff, who was signing everything for him, telling him he's a big fool. And that one is going to become governor tomorrow. I don't bloody care. You see, all these people I'm talking to, one of them will trying to become governor. They say that the Christians don't talk to them that way. Do I really care? Am I in their nose? Blow it out. Obey. You see, I'm in this stage in my life where I just felt that this is the only time I can pour this to you people. You people are chasing the wrong enemies. There is no Fulani man that is enjoying. Only few, like the Matiko, who stole all the money and went to Dubai to stay. It's the Fulani man you can count. The rest are in the bush, running around cattle. Is that the way a man should live his life? You can maneuver those people because those people are your slaves. Atiko can tell you categorically to come out and say, hey, my people don't know anything about Labour Party. Why not? Because they have slaves. Let me bring in this beautiful woman in. She probably support me right now. Princess, you're welcome to SIT.
Good evening, sir.
Thank
you, sir.
I was alone, because I can't retire. Thank God.
Why?
Yes, Princess. I was just looking at the inside Nigeria. Decide, of course, 2023. Let's look at Delta State, our own state. Other people may not find this interesting, but we have to talk to people in Delta State tonight. My biggest disappointment is when I went on social media, the last thing I saw on one of the group I belong was an attack on the Labour Party guy. Fejiro did that. No, I love Fejiro. Fejiro is a boy I can never talk against anytime, any day. But Fejiro, I'm getting tired though. Fejiro, I did not turn us into slave and you are playing the game. Who is your friend there? Is he Agege that will become a good governor? He has been a slave master for how long? Sheriff is a proper slave master. Okowa is the boss of them all. Ibori started it all. There is no distribution of resources between the rich and the poor in a rich state like ours. While some people are going there taking all the girls, people like us have no food. And you ask my boys why they go on Yahoo. When you carry the whole money from government to yourself and your family, you send your children abroad. The rest are now hustling. In fact, I'm saying don't channel your energy towards Yahoo. Channel your energy into those big mansions. Break it down. You see, that should be chaos. If it's the only thing I will not apologize for any day, anytime is when there is a proper riot between the rich and the poor in Nigeria, not between Christians and Muslims, not between the tribes, because these are all victims. I don't hate a Fulani man. You know why? I don't want to stay in the bush. Let me bring us close together. You understand? No normal human being is happy to go and live in the bush. Ask yourself, you see the way they pack them like sardine when they are traveling. Last time I saw them, is that the way a man lives his life? Do they have wife and do they have tomorrow? So at the end of the day, these people have nothing to lose. But it's not their fault. They are victims like me and you. So there's no Fulani man, there's no Yoruba man, there's no Igbo man. There's only one people, the people that carry the money and the poor, the slave masters and the slave. And this includes your pastor. I say your pastor is one of the slaves. Mona verse for me, I don't care. Now, this brings us to the topic of today, Princess. Now, people are fighting in the name of Agege, Sheriff, PDP, APC, Labour Party, rubbish. When these people, if you look at the people they are fighting for, they are well to do. The people fighting are there's nothing that can describe them. They are at the lower cadre of society. Sometimes they can't even feed. Some of them, their children don't go to good school. They don't even know what is good life anymore. You see, when you stay in darkness for too long, there's one parable somebody made. Bishop said that when you are in the darkness for some time, you begin to see. All right, go into darkness. If you are there for some time, you begin to see because it's darkness. Now your eyes can adapt, but it doesn't still mean that you are in darkness. You are in darkness. That you can see a little now doesn't mean you are no more in darkness. You are still in darkness. Exactly what we see in Delta State. They now, because they are in darkness for so long, they cannot see a little, They think they are no more in darkness. Whereas the darkness is where they are. Princess, why are your people fighting in the name of their slave master? Please explain to me. I can't stand this anymore.
Daddy Chris, like I called earlier, I was telling somebody, I went into, can you,
Princess, are you using
can you hear me?
Yes, but your network is not friendly again. No, do you have your Airtel?
It's the same one I've been using.
Okay,
So can you hear me now?
better, yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
So like I wrote this evening, I wrote a lot of articles and of course a lot of posts this today because I noticed a kind of feud. It's not this is beyond that. It's like a cold war between these APC boys and PDB guys. And I was wondering, is this just something that has been there before, or it's as regarding to this politics?
It
It
is.
baffles me that graduates, well-to-do, learned young men, able-bodied young men, will go to the extent of trying to damage, because what I saw was beyond politics. Now they are dragging each other's family, wives, personal life into this. And so I'm wondering, is this even worth it?
Good.
I have come to realize that in all the states around, I've been here for a long time. I went to school in Port Harcourt, and of course, I've been in Abuja for a long time. I've traveled to other places, and I've come to realize that there's something about Delta State politics. I don't like Delta State politics. I don't know whether it's do or die what they practice in that particular state, but it's becoming very uh annoying that young men, as of this evening, if you go on social media, there's this cold war between the likes of Ofejiro and the Billy Egbe and of the PDP, some other guys. So the battle is just against each other. So my point is, campaigns are no longer geared towards the betterment of the states or the people,
Of
but now
course.
it's attack on individuals, accusations on each other's families. And I am wondering, how can young men that are supposed to we are supposed to be looking up to at this critical point in time, are the ones turning this state into a chaos for others? So how do you expect your children? A lot of these people a lot of them are already having children. Is this what you want them to grow up to see? Of course, the internet will never forget, I will always say. The media will always remind you. And then, is this what you want your children to see when they grow up?
Wonderful.
These politicians are not worth it.
You just
Politicians
said
are
something very beautiful.
they will always play two sides of a card in a way it suit them, not you, not even the party which they represent, but what suit them individually. And then they will try and do whatever it takes to hold on to power. But my question is, how long will this relationship last? These things you do now, you're trying to create enmity between you and people you're supposed to be cohabiting with in a state or in a place. And at the end of the day, you think that after elections, these people will gladly open doors for you to come in. No, they have bodyguards, they have securities. At that point, they don't know you anymore. They will move on. And then I keep telling these young people, focus that energy. They have so much energy to do this, to campaign for these people, to fight for these people. Where are their children? I have never seen a child of Amma Agege involved in this dirty acts. I've never seen a child of Sheriff involved in this dirty fighting, social media dragging. Although I don't know whether, because I saw a post and one of them said, I think I'm being traced. That means it's no longer on social media alone. They've moved beyond that space. And this is my fear. This is my worry. when people now go beyond the social media, you just people might say, oh, it's just social media, so no problem. No, they move beyond that, because somebody wrote that I think I'm being trained by 3 men. So you're going to destroy a young man that has so much future ahead of him, just because you're trying to appease who? One old hag like that somewhere, that has stolen so much money somewhere for them and their family and their children, and then you're trying to stain your hands. I don't
Good
understand
question.
what the youths are up to in
Yes,
Delta State.
yes, princess, it's just beyond imagination. You know, it's a saying that when politics get this ugly, it's only in the interest of the people. I understand that, but I can understand that politics get ugly everywhere. But this direct attack on and the people you are fighting for, it is so clear that these people are not in the same level with you. They are not your class.
People,
They are
they
not
don't
going to
even
see
have
you
your
growing.
interest at heart. Let's be sincere. They don't have your interest at heart, and they are not even willing to at the end of the day. So I saw a post that these people, they begin to drag their wives into this. This is unhealthy. You cannot bring somebody's child or wife into the space of social media just because you're trying to prove a point about one politician or like that. So I'm thinking that in Delta State, we are talking about Nigerian state. Oh, now, but we're streamlining to just Delta State. From what
Yes.
we have seen today on the social media, these youth there should be, I think they should take caution. They should be wiser. These people are not worth it. They are not what they say. I will keep repeating it. Politicians will talk with one side and do another thing with another, use spit it out with from the other
Yes.
side of their mouth. So at the
Mm.
end of the day, you're fighting somebody's. How can you bring somebody's wife into this? It doesn't make sense to me. This shows that how this shows that politics and these politicians have really done so much damage on these youth and the people in Delta State. And of course, it shows, like I said earlier, that they don't have, their campaigns are not based on bettering the people, the economy there, or the state at large. It's geared towards their personal interest,
You,
attack,
you see,
criticism, and
exactly.
fighting. It's really sad,
And
and
the
I'm
fact
very angry.
it's very it is clear, princess. God bless you. You see, if I want to run for office, I will come and tell Nigerians, like I keep saying, my philosophy, I will only be selling it to Nigerians. They may not take it in my time, but I know with time it will sell because there is nobody in Nigeria, there is no Muslim, there are no Christians, there are no, in fact, there are no Yoruba, no Igbo, no Hausa, no Fulani, no Urubu, no Ibini people. The truth is, there's only two sets of people in Nigeria: the high and the low, the slave master and the slaves. That is why, if we're going to solve this problem we're facing now, that would be one of the angles we want to look at. Because you cannot tell people to behave if they don't have food to eat. A hungry man is an angry man. How can an angry man think well? It's already disoriented. That is what you see now, princess. The people you see fighting are fools. They've been turned to fools. They are slaves whose brain no more work. They are in darkness, but they think because they can see in darkness for some time, they now can see. You see them, it's only in Delta State you see people that are very, very big. They will tell you, say, I don't get, you don't get swag. That's not the carry last. They last, see, so say that not the carry last. Now they last, that bottom, now they. Look at the level of politics, even in Lagos State now. We saw the Lagos State governor. I know he said, it's now, I want to give him a role to play in my next movie. What is it? So, you know, I'm going to, I get a role for you because you guys are not actors. So I'll give you one fine role. You go sell my film. Your face go good to sell the new film I want to do. Because they're not acting. All of a sudden, they only come out, they shake people for hand when they come from church. Hello. Who are you talking to? Because you know, say Peter don't shake the system. God bless you, Peter Obi. Because had Peter not come up, Tinubu not say Lagos not belong to Ram. But we are unfortunately we're not having anything like that in Delta State. Where is Kempela? Are you human at all? Because if you are following Peter Obi, we should be having that kind of movement in Delta State. If you not get out of the scene, I have no apology for this. Because what Peter has done, Peter tell you say you don't own the state too. I'm not saying Peter himself, that movement, Peter created shake Nigeria. Now, nobody is sure of anything. In fact, Okowa lost Delta State. Maybe Okowa, you became master planner, road master. You not feel mastermind the election. As you ring reach, you lost the state. What a disaster. For a sitting governor running for president to lose the state. See what I'm saying? This is a test of who you are as a man. You are a slave master. I've been saying it. You think I'm the one. It's not what I'm saying that makes people not to vote for you. It is the movement Peter Obi came with that overshadows you guys. Now, my pain is, how can people like Fejiro, this young politician you just mentioned, now the young people, not see what Peter has done and call for movement? Tell this aggregate you are fighting for to come and address the press for 20 minutes. If you not go, I will bring them out. Tell him to talk to us for 20 minutes. If you not go mess somebody, because we go ask a question. They are hiding. You know what? They are hiding. You see where they go to? They go to BBC. BBC will not ask the difficult questions now. Or the ones that will interview them at home. Those ones will just play with them, laugh. You know. The question I ask you, sir, you've been in office for 8 years as senator, DSP. Okay, account for it. You're a fool. And to deceive our children, to start fighting one another, is the greatest sin. And you see, my confusion is this. They are happy. When what makes, you see, they call it divide and rule. If you understand, when the British came, they will make one of you the boss. So you that I'm choosing, but Mali was talking about it, could you be loved? These fools are the few ones that are picked as loved, so that they can use them to oppress the rest. You find that the slave master will never come and work with this and tell the slave what to do. They will pick one Uncle Tom to begin to direct the slave. You know, it was black people that was caning black people. It was not white people. Because they make one of us a figurehead. Like now, maybe they don't please Fejiro small. I know say Agege can please Fejiro. Out of hustling, because Fejiro broke. If Fejiro is a millionaire, where to do journalists? Sorry, he will not take this rubbish. You see the issue of slavery I'm talking about. When you make people so poor, to some extent, any money you give them, you go become Oga. Now you can easily make one small thing to entice that decrease will fall. I cannot blame these people fighting. No, princess. Sorry.
I know, like I said in one of my posts this evening, is that I know the conflicts in this country alone, like the hardship people are going through, as in the pains and the sufferings, will drive some of these people towards doing all this. But my point is this: be wiser in doing that. You cannot. Okay, let me tell you, for instance, if you have a problem in around now, or what kind of crisis, you see these people you're fighting with, it will be easier for you to assess them than these politicians you're fighting
for. Of course,
for.
they're the people that will support you.
So why are we trying to kill ourselves in that state just because we're trying to appease PDP or APC? It doesn't make sense to me either. So what I'm saying is that whatever they are doing, whether they are trying to make ends meet or whatever, but especially dragging your family into this, dragging your personal being.
Can please your master now. If they don't do this, how can the master be happy? He said, I deal with her for social media yesterday. I write this one. They will say, yes, my boy, take 50,000 naira, take 200,000, go and buy this.
It's really sad. Like I said earlier, I'm so disappointed that young, able-bodied men that will be doing something positive with their lives, somebody will reduce you to that level. For instance, Daddy Chris, if I'm to be a to Kowa or Magege, I don't think I want to go that extra mile. You know why? Like I said, I've been in the media for some time. The internet will not forget, the media, so I will not damage my future because of somebody. You get now? Yes. If I am doing this for me, then it's fine. But for somebody else, because who knows what I'll become tomorrow, and then somebody start to drag you out unnecessarily with the things you said or done in the past. It doesn't tell well of these people. These are young people with so much of future ahead of them. So yes.
It's very good to mention that they should remember that the future is not as bad as it is for them as it is now. You You might
Of
be the
course,
next governor. Some of them are even
of
graduates
course.
who could have a chance to run the affairs of this country. And if this is what you reduce yourself to now, when the opportunity comes, what will you
What
say?
becomes of you? At least Nigerians are good in dragging somebody, and that alone can destroy your thinking, your mentality. So I don't see any reason why somebody will want to kill themselves over one politician. That my question is, I've been asking them on social media, this man you're fighting for. I have never seen a post done by his child before, or as regarding to his father's election or his father's campaign. So why are you taking it to person? I'm not saying you shouldn't campaign. Of course, people have their candidates. You have a right to your vote, like I will always say. But do it, be wise in doing that. Don't destroy somebody or destroy yourself. These people are closer to you. These people you're trying to destroy are closer to you than these governors, than these senators. Because tomorrow you won't be able to access them easily. They have bodyguards, they have securities, they have aides, and you won't be able to go to National Assembly or go to Metama or go to the governor's house where they're living. But these people you're fighting with, you will be able to access these people. So why not? I know that you're campaigning, but do it calmly. And then don't go and destroy somebody's family. You're bringing somebody's wife and child into social media. That means you're not even sensible. And I begin to wonder, people that call themselves graduates, practicing journalists, how can they go that extent just to want to destroy somebody in the name of Okowa? And another thing is this: PDP and APC are really turning that state into something else. There are other people in the state, right, campaigning. Why is it that is this PDP? And that is what I said in our last broadcast. These people are so gullible to know that PDP and APC, they have done so much damage in that state. Make people leave them behind. Make people forsake them, leave them alone. Because they are feeling like they own the state, and now is a battle of who is who. We are at this point, we are not even looking at or talking about other parties now. It's just APC and PDP. This cold war that has been going on. Is it that we don't have other parties in the state? We don't have other candidates? I don't get it.
Yes, we have. It's just that, like, that's why I'm so more angry with the Labour guy, because he has not done what Peter has done. But we pray that he's able to come, because we have a week to the election. I'm going to have a word with him tonight or tomorrow to really advise and see what we can do in terms of how we can. Because sometimes we need an alternative. What helped Nigeria today? What helped Nigeria today? It's not APC and PDP. Even if APC win this election, they know it's no more business as usual because of the movement of this Peter Obi. That is the power. And that is the thing that it hurts me. When I came the last time, I said, hello, where is Peter Obi among these people? You understand? I'm using the word Peter Obi, not Peter himself, the movement, which has started in Nigeria. Since 2020, it started in Delta State too. This movement started in Ughelli, your place. You understand? It was the children in Ughelli that said no to police brutality, enter, that led to the campaign, the trouble that happened in Nigeria all through. Yet, we can't see the impact in Delta State today. I want to read this first before I let something come in. And this is a comment from Kevin. Kevin said some of the youth in Delta State depends their life on this politics for survival. That is now, that is it. It is now a do or die affair.
And it's really sad. It's sad. Like when I went on social media, you could see this war that has been going on even before the election was postponed till now between this Omagege's camp, the boys, and that of Sheriff. It doesn't make sense to me. I know you have to campaign.
They kill one another. You think they don't kill? It's in Europe, we don't hear about it now. You know, people they lynch among themselves. They kill themselves.
And that is why I told you that one of them, I saw a post of one of them saying, I think I'm being threatened by 3 men. And then I asked him, is your life really worth it? Because if you die, for instance, let's say, I'm not saying you will die, but let's get this straight. Let's say you die on the process. Let's say you die on the process. Sheriff will move on real quick. In fact, he will not even notice that somebody died because of PDP or because of the campaigns. So why do you want to destroy yourself? Because you feel like you're trying to do Sheriff or you're trying to do PDP. Okay, I'm number one PDP person. It's really sad though, and this is not the state I grew up in. It's really sad.
Ah, well, the right try to do to sing Dari for them. This is not the girl I used to know. You know, they become a shadow. We are ashamed today in the Delta state we come from, and until we are able to address this something, I will allow you to weigh in. You're welcome, my brother. How are you?
Good evening, sir.
Ananakemu, is this Kabekebo? That's what we do have, because we
The
cannot
thing is,
pretend that this is well. Oh. All is not well in Delta State. Oh.
mm,
Why are the slaves fighting for their slave, killing themselves in the name of their slave master? That is the only definition I have for this. I have no reserve for you. Bro. You are slaves, killing yourself for slave masters. Because the reason I know is look at Amagege house. Now, not see where they live. You see what you do before you get in there. You don't say that big man with this. Now, so slave masters be. And meanwhile, go and look at where you live. You see, in the UK, our MP see their flat and our own is not so different. Oh God, I don't know. Can I explain this more? Princess, I cannot explain this more. My MP, look at where my MP lives. It's not too far from here. Her house is not so different from mine. You see, she managed to do the front of her gate now. The difference, you will not be able to tell that an MP lives here. Let me just bring this beautiful woman in. Faith, you're welcome. We have slave
everybody.
And slave traders are taking advantage of us all. And this is happening and we are laughing. Those of us in the diaspora, we need to scream this out. You know why I'm confused? Especially those of us in Europe, where politics is practiced in a very civilized manner. I never see a member of parliament so rich. Look at that again, they're killing themselves for. Go and get to Sheriff House. You will know. Even the stupid appointees, go and look them. The poor people are the fools who are killing themselves now. They are the poor in the society. What are you fighting for? Who is your friend here? Agege is your friend? Or Sheriff is your friend? The one that, I don't understand this. And these are, like Princess said, these are able young men with future ahead of you. Do you know that one small thing you do now, like Princess was saying, that you might be able to say this is an opportunity for you to, you might be given by movement, Labour Party might come out to be so big. I'm not saying Labour Party as a party. The movement of the young people might turn out successful in another party, in another name. Because what is happening is the movement might change from Labour Party to another party. It is just a movement, the voice, the young people saying, hey, we need our country, we want something. Not even only the young. If you're not given an appointment tomorrow and will now remember what you did here, killing yourself in the name of Agege or Sheriff, these two losers. Where is your house? Show me your house. Show me where Sheriff they live. If what I said now does not make sense, where is Sheriff children? Where your own? You are a fool. How can you do this to us at this time? Princess, I don't know what to do. No, let's allow Faith and Samson to weigh in on this matter. I'm sick, I'm sick.
Daddy Chris, you see, like for Delta State, the youth, many of them don't know what they want. I will use the word, they don't know what they want. If they still prepare.
Wait, Samson, before you talk, this is your hairstyle, I like him. You will do one kind of for me. And I know they shine, leave me alone. The girls see their hair and none of them they shine. See Samson, now only that the Chris now don't go take care of. God damn, make a talk first. So go on, so. See how Samson they shine this evening. You can't be like the women. I'll go see my
I don't understand.
Look me. Now I know say I'm old, but I'm not going to shine my hair small now.
Chris, stop saying you are old. Are you 100? Are you 70? That is what happened. I don't know. You are still in town. You are still controlling. You run this thing. You run this game.
Now
that your sky, you know they walk. You know they walk.
We not go disturb children. Make them not get their future. We good not go recognize them. You understand? Say time they reach, make children take over office. You understand? Because they have more energy. True. They can run faster. No, I can't run like them anymore. There are certain things you take now. You say no. Let the guy do this because he can run faster than me. You understand? There are some times I cannot wake up too late. Let him wake up longer. If I wake up too late now, it affects me a little, unlike before. So I think we should be also realize that because of this. Let's see whether we take this quick call quickly. Hello, if you can off your phone.
Hello.
Before, yes, please. If you put your phone down, it will be good.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah. I just want to make some contribution that they create.
All right, sir.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Everybody can hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much for this program.
Introduce yourself.
You see, my name is Amos. I'm from Warri.
Okay.
Yeah, Ugele and Warri. I think what is going on in our society today is lack of, how will I put it? It's lack of the leaders taking responsibility. For example, somebody like Okowa, the Delta State governor, you know, because we have to voice all these things out. You know, when you check the Okowa cabinet, some of them they cannot even write their names. I know exactly what I'm saying. I discussed this thing with Parara, and there was a time that Parara put it on air, you know, and I received a serious warning. And when you put people that doesn't know what to do in office, so they stand as a threat to everyone. Because when the only thing is that then their head will say, you know, if you don't do your job, you will soon lose your office. So they will try everything to make sure that they silence people. So that's number one. Number two, you see, nobody can hold them responsible that why this thing that you are doing or this thing you have done, come and give us account of how you go about this thing. Somebody like Okowa, for example, you know, he has borrowed money that even our children cannot afford to pay that money. Who is going to bring Okowa to justice? That is number two. And if they come to the travel abroad, I was in a place, I don't want to mention the place, in UK here. You know, Okowa sent some guys to come and do some things. And if you visit if you reach where they are, you know, they are just cashing group. The cheapest champagne that they will buy in that place is £150. All these things are coming from the Delta State government, government purse. And Warri, we can see the whole of Warri is supposed to be small London.
Of course.
No contract, nothing. And another thing I want to also bring to our attention, you see, when we hold these people responsible, a time is coming. We are going to hunt all their children all over the world down because enough of all those nonsense. So if we can hold these people responsible, Ibori did his own, nobody. Look at all the money that Ibori stole. Mm-hmm. Today, that money stuck here. These are the money that we're supposed to, you know, empower the youth. So if we don't track them down, this thing will keep on repeating itself over and over because they know at the end of the day that nobody can hold them responsible. That's the reason why they are doing what they are doing. If they are doing something, we hunt them down, we hunt all their family. Even if our hand cannot reach them, if our hand touches their family, they will know that there's fire on the mountain. They will sit tight. That if I do something wrong, yes, you know, we have people that is coming for us or our family. That thing will still start in Nigeria. Look at what is happening in Nigeria now. Look at Tinubu. Have man that is almost gone. They are rigging the election and the INEC, so I don't even know because I'm really angry right now. We cannot hold them responsible. So, Daddy Chris, when we look at these things, our children are the one, okay, when the children, our children that's in diaspora right now, if they see what is going on, if you tell them that, okay, we want to take you, they say, no, I don't want to go to that country. And Nigeria is supposed to be the best country in the whole universe. Our land grow everything.
And if it's
But
not,
these
if Nigeria
people,
is the best,
they
then
just
Delta State
enrich.
is supposed to be number one.
Number one, Nigeria is
If
supposed to
you
be number
understand?
one in the whole
You
universe.
trace it to them,
British
and
know
British,
this.
oh yeah.
America know this. All the whole Western world, they know this. Those days when my grandma ground pepper or tomatoes, if she pour the tomatoes, you know, on in the we call it ogbo.
Hey.
You understand what I mean?
Yes.
All the I mean, within 1 week, you see those tomatoes and peppers start growing up because the seed is there.
Yes.
From those ones, we start after some few months.
Yes.
We will start plucking those things in order to make it report again.
Yes.
So all these things that we are doing, we don't know because the children that we have here, a time is coming, they are going to remain here, and we are not doing ourselves any good. So the children that we have here right now, are we going to take them to Nigeria or are they going to remain here? So that is another food for a thought for every one of us. So let's come together and make this our voice, because let's invite more people into this program that decrease. Thank you very much, and I pray that God will empower you in Jesus' name.
Amen. God bless
Amen.
you. God bless you.
Yeah.
And then you guys said what did I say? It's very important. I only want to take one from him. He knows.
Yeah, that decrease.
Yes.
Please, I just forgot something.
Okay.
If it's going to warrant you to invite all the whole Robocran, Udu, Ujemi, Agbaro, all the whole Robocran, anybody that can represent their any Robodis, if you know them, write letter to them. If we can hold meeting in this, forget to Robo Congress Union, others are another principality of power again in UK. So that is Chris, you are doing something good. So write letter to them, even the security, because we are together.
Of course.
We are living together, and let's not, say this person is like this. We are one. I'm not from security, but okay, now I'm in UK. This society, they accepted me.
Of course.
I was not born here, but they give me status to remain here. I can do anything. So we and the Shekiri, we have become one.
Of course.
So let's, Daddy Chris, this year, this should be your assignment. Write letter, to many people that can come on board. I just love what you are doing, and I pray that this vision will not die in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you very much. God bless everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you.
God will bless you for your speech. I want to say something, sir. You see, what he just said is the fact that we have to work. And most of the youth today, our leaders are not working fine. They are not doing the right thing. And most of the youth today in Nigeria, in Delta State, let me use the word Delta State election. Most of the youth in Delta State as present now doesn't even know their right from their left. They believe on the politicians because all their life remains with the politicians. They forget that what they have in their land, they forget those things, that they have to do what is right so that companies will come back to the land, and they have to vote right for they started this youth movement that we are seeing today. Labour Party that is moving today. Youth movement today started in Nuveli. And our state today is a place whereby PDP and APC have consumed them. Thank God for Kempela that he's doing well. He has not been sleeping, going all around for his campaign. And thank God he's doing a very good job right now. Okay. Peter Obi have visited him, and he's still campaigning in Warri, trying to make sure at night he campaign. He doesn't relent whatever time that he's going to do his campaign. Because most Warri people at night, they stay at home. In the evening, they're at home. So they can see him. At daytime, most people try to do one or two things to also for themselves because they don't believe on the government. So right now, I want a new government that will believe on. I want the Delta State people from the northern part from the Asaba to Warri to Chekiri to Ijo to the river area. I'm talking to all of them that the youth should wake up. They should know their pains, that what is paining them, that the Labour Party they started, they should continue with that Labour Party, because when we have Labour Party in the midst of the politics of today, all these things they are doing, that who is going to probe them? Time will come, the youth will speak that this is what you did, and they will go for them, they will probe them, and they will bring everything to book. People will see what they are doing. So if they refuse to vote for Labour Party and they think Omo Agege who said he knows how to write it because it is their time to write it now. That is what he said in BBC Pidgin English. It is his word, not my word. That I was there in PDP, I know how to write it. So it is their turn now in APC to write it. I sent you a video when the town crier was crying at the night that Omo Agege said nobody vote for him. He's going to kill them. Politics is not by force. Okay, only his village people should vote for him in Orogu. But in other part of Delta State, nobody should vote for him. So that those people will have peace. Nobody should vote for him. If he's standing on my front, I will ask him, when you're in the Senate, you took talks to the senators and you destroy a lot of things there, but they never knew that it was you. They took you and they brought you back. So this is like the kind of government you want to show to us, that when you speak, they will come to your house and they kill you. And the youth are still working for people who is killing their brothers. Who is putting them into
somebody from somebody that could stomp a whole national assembly in Abuja here, and he carted away with a mouse in a sitting. In fact, what he said, and nothing was done. Is it not what I'm saying? He's the father of country now. Is it not? Is it not their head, chairman? So what is it now? Are we surprised? I'm even not concerned. I'm not even concerned about these politicians. Let's get something straight. I'm not concerned about the youths. The fact that they are destroying themselves because of this youth. So my question is, like I said earlier on the show, that if you go, like I've been following the trend on social media, the war between them is so cold that they've involved families, they've involved their wives and their children. They don't want to see beyond this election. Because if you see beyond the election, you won't be doing all these things you're doing now. Tomorrow you might become a governor. Who knows? You might become a senator. Those people, when they did, they don't get to head. They were once in the street like you. So that shows that tomorrow anything can actually happen. Things change really quick. And then you will not come and be destroying yourself. Like I said, also, these people you're destroying, you are even more closer to them than those people you're fighting for. Tomorrow, you won't be able to access Omo Agege. You won't be able to access Sheriff. Of course, as a governor of the state, it's not people you will be able to call. It's me that fought, it's me that did this. So you will not be able to have access to them.
That is if some of them do not end up in jail, you know.
Yes, or being dead, because I know some when you don't die self on the process.
Some don't live. Some don't live to tell the story. Look at the youth copper that stole the ballot box during the presidential. What happened to him? They killed him. So before you lay your life for any aspirant, think very well. Your mama and papa will born you, then deserve to mourn their pikin.
In fact, if you are an evidence, the same man you work for can kill you, so that you don't become an evidence again.
Yes. Because when you know too much, you know too much,
they will still pay other talks to kill you. They will not say he just died somehow, maybe accident or something. Like one of them wrote. Yes, like one of them wrote that I think I'm being trade, and I told him that you're being trade. So, do you think I only sent a message that do you even think your life is worth it? This PDP APC saga when you find yourself now, this is so painful. I know somebody.
Them. Princess, they promise them. That's what you don't understand. You do anyway. It's not that you don't, but it's painful not to talk about it. The truth is, these guys have been brainwashed. They promised them heaven and earth. They've told them, see, don't worry, when I get there, your family poverty, it will become history. We'll wipe it away. We'll do this, we'll do that. They'll promise them everything. But now use and dump technique, these people, they do.
Abi?
Yes, that is what they do now over the years. And it's even more painful that over the years, you've known that these people are not truthful. When they say something with one side of their mouth, they will spit out from the other
one
side.
They can't even remember what the scripture said. Anything they say is a speech now. They are reading from it's a script. It's scripted by their PA, their press officers who writes their speech for them. So whatever they are saying now, their manifestos, their promises, they are just words.
Empty. They don't even know how those things came about. Their own are just to come here.
You see, the only person, when the thing is in you, my people say, if you have something to say, you don't shout. You understand? These guys, they are empty. So they manufacturing what they are bringing out. When Peter Obi even read from the book, it's not impressive. When Peter is without book and he begin to talk to you, that is when you see the Peter. When they give Peter a speech to read, watch him. I watch him at the house here. You understand? Peter was a failure if I was rating him as he was reading the speech. But when he dropped the paper and he now started to answer questions, that was when we saw Peter. You see, because the thing is, if it's not in you, you cannot give out what you don't have. These guys running for office in Delta State don't have it. The APC and the PDP, let us be sincere. You might win, but you will not get me in this fashion. God, I'm putting it down on record. God is judging me because I'm saying the truth. Between me, that's my truth. Your truth may be different. Between me and God, I know you are not worth it. In fact, if Delta State is looking forward, there should be no Omar Gege, there should be no sheriff. What are you talking about? It's Omar Gege that went to see them. What does he know?
Their best shots, like I've said before, my own is their best shot is that Kempela for now. Because we interviewed the man on this show. I don't know the man before we met him on this show, before you brought him for us on this show, Mr. Daddy Chris. I don't know that man, no. It was on this show that we interviewed that man that I was like, no, this one is sound. It's very sound. And it looks like he knows what he's saying, you know. So
and Faith. Let's not forget also that people could be sound though. You know me say they go do well. Let's get something very straight. Because the time as at we
princess sense no go kill you. Sense will not kill you. But the thing is, we bombarded that man on this show. All of us, 4 of us, were bombarding him questions.
Faith, let me take you back to the time that we had Osinbajo as that time they were just coming in as the vice president. Do you know this man could actually? I have been in Abuja here. I don't go this man press briefing. This man go talk. He will be speaking fluently, reading without even looking at a book.
I won't even lie, you are right.
So many things, and everybody like, oh, we have arrived. This is what we have been looking for. With this man as the VP, people now had hopes that even though the president is old and is not too sound, but at least with this man with him, everything go there all right. See, it's not by say person sound or you come you talk. Talk is cheap. We cannot buy it, Faith. It's too cheap. That is the last thing we wish to buy at this point in time.
That's true. Anyway, you see where we are now, Princess. It's a dangerous time.
I withdraw my statement.
Let us see whether we can focus this last bit of our conduct, because we focus. Let's look at these people. Sorry, guys. Look at them. All right. I want Delta State to see these people right in front of us now. We use it to cover our face so that we not go see them. Kempela. I don't think there's another candidate here. Emmanuel Dijala, the PDP guru, sheriff. The Omar Gege, when they carry me is the wrong. That one when they walk out from one church to the other, bagging. And then the Great Ogboru. These are the people we have ahead of us. I talk with a lot of respect when I come to Great because I couldn't see anything he has done wrong that I could say the man did this. I'm sorry. And I won't say that about Dijala either because I don't see what they've done. Kempela, I always said Kempela is weak because I expected him to have taken over the whole race by now because of what the movement is. Otherwise, Kempela is a great guy to me. The three no-go area, in my book, that one they call Sheriff, that one call Magege, the Baba when they call Baggy. You know, make I talk about Baggy, we'll talk about Baggy small. Make I step on that. Princess, make we start with Baggy. I don't see what I just wake up Baggy. I know where to start from. When I say Baggy, I go start with Princess. That your boyfriend, Princess.
Princess and that guy. That if it's not leave you, they draw you past. I pass my the neighbor generator on top this matter every time. It's expecting to happen on that story. You never tell me. My boyfriend. That's why you know what. That's why you know what support Kempela. Okay. Okay now.
Me, woman beater. God forbid. Don't be me. Yeah, that guy. I don't be doing anything with that man, I beg. He's not even supposed to be there. It's just that this shows that the society we live in. It's the corruption, the evil done as eating so deep into the fabrics that people can no longer see. If not, what's such a person doing there? Is he supposed to be there? He's not supposed to be there. Let's face the fact. He's not supposed to be there. This kind of people are supposed to be behind bars, but because of course he's a lawyer, sure people say he's a lawyer, and then he has
a very big one, oh.
and he has so much money. So they are the power. Now they oppress the innocent. So at the end of the day, I don't even see the likes of Baggy being there. Let's talk about the other 4 people, and we know we are moving forward.
Listen, how can you say he's not there? He's still there now.
For me, I'm speaking for myself alone.
I know. You see, I wanted to bring his record. You know, to be fair right now, we need to be very, very sincere so that we can actually, our job here is actually to present it to they will decide. But to be very, very straightforward and say honest, this is who they are. As much as we know, if we know more and we don't say, then we are doing evil to ourselves and to the future. So this is very important. That's why I said this is important. That's why I presented them now. You see, when you see these 4 men, these 6 men, there is actually nothing Sheriff is coming back to do in Delta State. Nothing. The more that pack and go. Okowa Sheriff is pack and go. See your guy here. This one are pack and go. Sheriff and Okowa, pack and go. I'm not afraid of you guys. See, and then if we leave that one, we could see this other one. You know, in fact, if Obagege become a governor, you see what happened for federal house, na small thing. I'm scared of that guy to the core.
Yeah.
You understand? Somebody that could do that in the federal house and he never changed. If Obagege come now, he has seen civilized people. In fact, what the APC do for national level will be small. And they go nearly sell us. Yet our young people are fighting.
They will sell the generation of data. The money they gave to him for security, where is the money? He allocated it to his own brother. So Delta State, if Agege become the governor of Delta State, they are going to sell us, sell our land, sell the oil away, and even kill us and oppress us, like what the tank crier has done.
The only security job that came to the state, Agege pocket time in the family. What is wrong with you? Security job, this job, you know, this guy won this contract of 4 billion to secure oil well. You know, that's all they do now. Because we have oil, they will keep us to do the job. You know, we are the slave master now. We protect the thing for them.
Yes, sir.
So they give us the job to protect it. They know they cannot come and protect it for themselves there because we are on the ground. So they have to employ us. They now give
what we have.
Topolo, Topolo is now the Concoton. Go and protect it. Topolo will kill us to make sure everything is protected for his slave master. That's been our narrative. It has not changed.
Enslavement.
Understand? Now, the small one that came to Delta State, the small share of the slave trade, though, when they say they give to the slaves, the one that came to Delta State, I get pocket them. One of the Uncle Tom. You tell me say go become governor. For where? You feel you feel win on Saturday.
This thing we are talking about now concerning Agege, our brothers and sisters, they believe on him so much. They believe on him that he's giving out something. Even the Shekiris, if they are there to list it, they believe on Omar Agege so much. But I want them to understand something that Omar Agege
go tell them say Mama na Shekiri. You know Omar Agege?
He's just only saying what he's saying, but they will regret the day they vote him into power.
No, in fact, the truth is, I said to everybody, if Omar Agege come to Shekiri and say, in Mama na Shekiri, I said to you people, there is no Shekiri, there's no Robo, there's no Igbo. The problem is the rich and the poor. These guys have been keeping our money. Where's your own? Even the Shekiri that have all the oil, you know, in fact, Robo, they talk, go, shut up, where Shekiri get money? The amount of money that pours into Shekiri land by virtue of the oil that is coming from there. Those people, if they share their money, there's no Shekiri man that will not be having $100,000 in their account. If they share money evenly for the Shekiri, what they have, what God gave to them. But where are they? The voting number Agege, is that your future? No, they don't get time. Shekiri will think better than that. You understand? We need a Delta State, we need a new beginning. Thank God, nobody paid us to have this show. Nobody gave me any money.
This is the time that they should put PDP and APC behind Delta State government. They should bring in a new fashion of government into Delta State politics, so that Delta State will grow again for once. We have been enslaved by the government of Delta State, and they have sold us to the federal government, and they are coming back to re-enslave us for the debt that they have put on us, and we are going to be enslaved more.
Agege went there to sell us. You know, Agege, he will do anything for the president. He said, Mr. President. When you hear Agege, they talk, Mr. President. I said, this man, you are a slave master. You are a slave. You are Uncle Tom working for your slave master. Let me put it this way. We have a problem, because this thing we are saying, if they can imagine what we can say at this time, in our time, imagine what our young people will say tomorrow about you. If that decrease and these 4 people are saying this about you today, imagine what future will judge you with. You are in trouble. Keep rooting.
They don't believe on the future. They believe they are going to die. That is over.
No, their children is going to survive.
Look at Okowa's daughter coming to beg Labour Party that they should vote for him, that she know that they are annoyed. Labour Party, Papa Mapiki, your father, is there an heritage for people to enrich all the political parties in Delta State?
If only that I don't become our House of Rep, that one has been in House of Assembly for 8 years. That guy not do one thing, one pin. When I talk for my place, they say, now Ibori the contest. Ibori, I don't see your name, I don't see your face, sir. Now your daughter will not do one thing for 8 years. Now you come impose on us again. God day, I know if we talk. But you see,
is it not the same masses that vote her in? Or did they win the election for her?
It's not the slave trade and the slave trader. Go to her, go to a body house, go see the people where they fight. So when you see them, you know what I love about this princess? When you see where the people that are fighting to vote for Ebori and the other one, if you see where they are gathering, if you see the kind of clothes they wear, they'll come put some kind of strange beer for top of table. Maybe at the end they will share 500 naira this year. You can see now slippers they wear come. You see their life only from the image alone.
That is what I said earlier. Okay, now let's say the likes of Ofejiro now, right? Is a very, very brilliant journalist.
Yes.
I've seen his write-up, I've seen his post over time, and it's somebody I've followed for some time. Do you know, just say somebody like Fejiro now is neutral, and he has the interest of the state at heart. Somebody, because I know he's into investigative journalism, and they bring Okowa this is a bad boy, Okowa is a bad boy. Okowa is that. If Fejiro channels this energy towards the betterment of the states and the people, of course, then these politicians, some of them will learn to respect themselves. But when you now have the likes of Fejiro, a lot of these PDP guys and APC guys are supposed to be useful to themselves and the states. They've been so surprised with money from these so-called politicians. And I asked earlier, don't we have any other party in that state? Is it only PDP and APC?
Yeah.
Because with the trend that is happening right now, I don't even understand. We are not nobody in the state is talking about PDP, Labour, ABGA, or the NP, which are Edijana's party. Nobody is talking about that. Everybody is so channeling their energy on some old people that has been there causing pains. In fact, me, I'm just this evening, I don't have energy for these people.
Sorry, my dear. It's not well. So at this point, let's bring in some of our guests in because we are running out of time. We are running out of time. I saw that on a good picture. I saw it. The man, he's just a straight guy. We're going to allow some of our people come in. Let's hear from Bishop. Bishop is here. I'm going to make it brief so that everybody can just have their little take. And it's very important that these guys, we pass our message. Fejiro will get it. Fejiro, like you said, is a very brilliant journalist.
With his relationship with the federal government, Warri, Cocoa, Brutu, Seaport will be revived. With his relationship with the federal government. Because he wants to become the governor. You have been in the since you did not revive it. It is now because you want to become the governor, you are campaigning with it. My friend, please think back again.
Let's hear from Bishop.
Central. I disagree with you, man. Say that, my brother. I just have to disagree with you at that point. What has he done for Delta Central? He hasn't done anything. Look at the road from Staple going to Kuda Road is still in the bad state. And
I'm not supporting him, my brother. He's one of the worst governors that we ever had.
He's supporting a competent individual who can lead Delta State. And that competent individual is no other person than Emmanuel Edijala, who has the pedigree to lead Delta State. He hasn't been in any position. Even the position that was given to him, he has to step down because of the corruption that was inside the government. What are we talking about? Because
all right. We know we are here. We listen. We present. You guys decide. I love my ego. I love these faces. When I see you guys, I'm stronger. I feel happier because there is hope. You know what we're talking about.
Emmanuel Dijana is a good man, but his party
we should
is
go
not
that we should vote for a change. We need a new face in government house who can pilot the affairs of Delta State, take Delta State to the next level. They are talking about this is the only person that has the experience to open up the riverine area. Who has the experience? He has worked in that sector before for years. Even with the German and British company, has worked in that sector. Go and take his pedigree.
But okay, let me ask one thing.
We know that. We know that. With the youth understand that it is you that understand it. But the people,
my sister,
we don't understand that.
Back in Nigeria too. They should, when they go out, they should vote for the People's Redemption for the PRO. They has the credibility. As I speak to you, most people in Labour, they are going to support the people as a so my brother who is campaigning for Magege. Sorry.
My brother, I'm not campaigning for Magege. I'm condemning him.
Campaign for Magege.
We didn't get that right, though.
Delta State. It's going to
I'm not campaigning for him.
I know Magege.
Well, we cannot.
If
Not
given
on
the
this show.
privilege to lead Delta State, he's going to siphon Delta State.
I'm not campaigning for him, Mr. Man.
He's going to react Delta State.
The former Magege become a governor, you tired of your own state.
The former governors are doing.
One at a time. One at a time, please.
But when you give Edidela, you will give Edidela that privilege. There will be industrial revolution in Nigeria. There will be in Delta State in particular, because the whole riverine area will be open to industrial growth. From Cocoa, Sapele, Warri, Bahamatu, those areas will be established with the involvement of foreign aid who are going to come to set up companies, production companies, and even the seaports are going to come back. These people are not going to be done with government money, but the foreigners are going to come and they're going to spend their money in your land because you are going to invite them. And we need the rightful candidate there who has the connection, and that person is Edidola. Like the decree said, we don't want somebody who is going to be destroying our National Assembly, who is going to knock the National Assembly on their head that they don't have a say, like what he's doing in the Senate.
Okay.
So we should give Edidola the chance, give her the privilege, so that there will be change in Delta State from the grassroots level, so that the common man in your village, in our street, can have the privilege of democracy. Look at, for instance, we're talking about health sector. Health sector is in a shambles. How much is it going to cost Omagege to do the health sector, like the hospitals and the health centers? It doesn't cost him anything to do all this. Even the sheriff people are talking about, he has been there, but he never take any motion to address all these issues. Even as a speaker, that is so shameful of him. That is so shameful of him. Give Edidola that privilege. You will see what he did. Look at what Edidola did. There is this instability in bread production or bread price in Delta State. Everything has skyrocketed. Everything has gone up. The price of things has gone up. But what Edidola did, he said, no, I have to address this issue. And he started even just a small bakery. He started baking bread, and now people who buy bread for 1,002 and now say no. Edidola say no, this bread should be sold for 250 naira. Now he started baking bread, and people are enjoying it now in Warri and all over and its environment.
But why
Why
not
an example to show that when it comes in, it's going to stabilize everything.
All right, I hear you, but
my brother, I want to tell you something. I want you to understand something.
You understand?
Fine, Edidola is good. But the party Edidola belongs to, his campaign team is not strong enough. You see, Delta State, they believe when you campaign, you tell them what you want to do. You go from street to street. I am from Delta. I have been there When Ibori was campaigning for governor, I campaigned with Ibori from Warri to Ugele to Zoro to Ole to Abraka to everywhere. I campaigned for him. Edijana is not doing any strong campaign like that. It's the best that I have ever seen as a Nigerian Delta State governor. But Kampala is trying his best and he's under Labour Party. So let's work with Labour Party. We should not make this team a fashion of Edijana. Fine, Edijana is good. If Kampala win, let Edijana work with Kampala. But for PDP and APC in Delta State, we should fight them away.
This big establishment. If they come together and fight the establishment, they probably do better than when they fight on their own because they're going to divide the votes again. Anyway, I'm going to say let's allow Bishop to weigh in. Ladies and gentlemen, we're saying our mind. And in the next 5 days to the elections, I'm going to be 24 hours here actually sharing these ideas with you. We need to know them. In fact, I'll be bringing things you don't know about them. I've been calm. I thought the election was going to happen, so I'm going to blow you. Then I waited. In fact, the day I will focus on your mark again, you will not sleep. It's coming. Sheriff, the day when I go open your ears, you're not go happy because I'm going to be out to bring you out. You better step out now. If you know you are not there for good, but you have right to run, we will support you. If you win, you'll be my governor. I'm not saying you cannot win, but you will not have my support because before you become governor, I will not be part of those that make you governor because I will be destroying my children's future. On this basis, let Bishop go in quickly. Bishop, over to you, sir.
God bless you. Wakuyo pemreta mamo. Ano wamrele watari onere power.
That's right.
You see, the problem we are having today is greed. And I said, OP and obedient movement are becoming cancer. They have become cancer to the politicians in Nigeria.
Yes.
The fear of Obina is the beginning of wisdom.
Like the fear of Corona was the beginning of wisdom.
Yes, because when you look at it, obedient movement has proven to Nigeria that a man can win an election without spending money. The young man that won in the House of Rep now, he did not spend kobo. And you know the funniest, it was somebody in PDP that bought the ticket. When they now had their settlement in the court, they now gave the ticket to him without spending a kobo. How come all of a sudden now, Lagos State has increased their minimum wage?
What am I saying?
And Edo State has increased their minimum wage now to 45,000.
Go punish them. 45,000.
The fear of obedience.
45,000 naira. Go punish them. Slave trader.
No, before you know the approval. The approval is 30,000, and people struggle to pay. How come all of a sudden now they've now increased it now to 45,000?
They never born them.
The fear of obedience. Now, if the people are wise, look at our brother. Okporu was in labor. He shifted from labor again to Abda. And now, if Okporu is wise, knowing the way the situation of things now, you follow the trend of time. And it's okay, you know what? I'm pulling out. Let Kepela go. Automatically, he become the elder statesman of labor in Delta State. Look at this man now, Tommy, was this a security guy now in labor? He has become a father. He put out on the presidential race. And we cannot understand simple thing in Delta State that, okay, what do we do? Let's come together. If they come together, say, okay, only of you, this is something. Look at what Tambuwa said. He said, myself and Weekender, who betrayed each other? He said, I betray you, but I stepped down for my brother Atiku. Who did you step down for?
That's a big one.
Who did you not step down for? He's asking Weekender now. But however, it will not allow anybody to step down for anybody. Nah, this is 5 Urobo prominent sons now fighting each other. And they cannot come together and say, okay, what do we do? No. It is me. It is me. What are you looking for now, man? 8 years. You became the number 3 or 4th man in Nigeria. Tell me one development you brought. You did not fight to recreate Delta State. You did not fight to make Sapele Port to work. You did not fight for Warri Port to work. You did not fight for Cocoa Port to work. And tomorrow you say you are a politician. And here you were there. They created the taxi port at Lekki, at the Legushi. Were you not among the people that approve it? And you are coming saying they should vote for you to do what? You are coming right now. You are fighting now for Atiku. Were you not there for how many years in the Senate and as a governor? What development did you bring? Did you fight for Asaba Airport now to become an international airport that at least one international flight or 2 will be coming to Asaba once or twice a week? Do you know the revenue you bring? And you keep blaming Tinubu, and you demand is fighting. This, you know how to press button, and things are coming in. But the money we are making in Delta State, whether it's Shekiri, Hippo, or Robo, is selfish money, wicked money. Talk is cheap, but pulling the action. Everybody is talking, and this one will do this. Yes, I want to know. Organize the what's a routine. All Yoruba they come at Tatigo. All of the don't go back my cockpit. I want a nice ship. He can do this, can do that. Other waiting away. Although we are here, we won't make it.
Don't be like that.
You need to dance.
Okay, Kasasa. If we vote, I can't carry on the difficult but just so for now. If we will be with us, if we will be with us, if we will be with us, oh, they cook that we will not make our own.
You don't know what's to happen again. No, me not there yet.
In
So
your
much parable.
Una don't dey carry me go, I don't know.
Of the way.
Una dey carry me go, I don't know for this.
Don't worry, I did together, faith.
Princess, make they explain.
Oh, Boris, about 70 years, I already kid ya. Oh my, I guess you go and eat this money. Back in with your 3 or 4 flights, we will work it ya. Let the battle between Edijana and Kempela.
Kempela, Edijana.
Yeah, yes. Let us see what they can do for us.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Yeah, the papa in Arikidia. Okay, I call you
But Bishop, are you there? Also, are you there?
Bishop,
Arikidia, God bless you people.
Bishop, Princess want to ask you a question. Wait, Bishop.
Yes, go on.
Okay, the issue we have now, right? Yes, the issue we have now is not even about who is coming now at battle between Kempela or Edijana. The issue we have is even the youths. They have refused to recognize fellow youths. They have refused to recognize that, oh, let's give these youths a chance. This might just be the change we're looking for. If you see the fights now when they happen for days now between the youths, I mean the youth of Omagege and of course that of Sheriff, they are turning the state upside down. And it's going to be better that we, the youth, will come together like what we did the last time and say, okay, this time around, we're saying no to these people. They've been there for even before I grew up now, since I was a child. Or before they were born.
I cannot hear Princess very well.
Okay. I think maybe if you listen more, she was saying that the problem is not actually the issue of this one, that the candidates are concerned. That the youth of Omagege and the youth of Sheriff, they are fighting each other, ready to kill one another in the name of this.
Let them kill themselves now. The youth, let me tell you one thing. If the youth any youth that want to kill himself, let it go and die. You cannot be stupid or be following some people does not have your interest. It's not everybody that will live before. There are some youth that are sacrificial lamb, so let them go and die. Sure.
They choose to die. That is why they will die.
And in the what are they?
Hey, one man who was an interpreter in my church, I remember, say, they say the Reverend Father was saying, say take and give, take. No, one and a job, the card, then take and free. So no, you want to buy. That is where we are now. Something is given to you for free.
So whoever that want to kill himself between the sheriff gang and Omar gang, let them go and kill themselves. Omar children are in university. Sheriff children now, who were one time all of them are now in abroad, and you are there in Nigeria struggling with 30,000, and they are giving you. Will that stop data center to move forward?
But my fear is that a lot of these youth in the state, because I've been following the trend.
No development, you look at supply. Some people bought HRP, they could not revive it.
All right.
One of the biggest company in Africa Timber Plywood.
Yes, that was it.
Some people bought it and they destroyed it. Look at that talent is supply. Data glass. No development that is coming. And the Omar again is there. The number 4th man. And the telling you pick Sheriff West. Sheriff West, you got to pick up again. And you are coming out, you know me. I could pick up post one. They can post one, make post winner. They can, you will post yourself at that. Nonsense.
Thank you, sir.
Coco shall we battle.
Let's
Talk this car.
Yes, sir. Let's just hear what this comment from this guy. Hello. After this one, I'll let you guys talk. Let's hear from this. Chris is in London at the moment. Hello, Chris. Put your phone down so that we can hear you.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Go on.
Okay, Daddy Chris.
Yes, sir.
Daddy Chris or Victor.
Yeah, Victor, Baba.
Fine, you man. Yeah, I so much thank God for Bishop. Oyoma, Bishop, I want to say thank you for that. When Ibori enter, Ibori neglected chaplain.
Go on.
He neglected supply. Look at HMP.
Yes.
Flower mill.
They bought it.
Eternit.
They bought it.
He neglected those place. Look at the supply township. But now they are not coming back again. They bought it over. Nothing is happening in the town. Now they are coming. Look at supply seaport. That seaport was, in fact, it was booming in the late 70s. But today now they are thinking of other places. Supply is a symbol of its own self. So what's happening?
In fact, it's a serious business. It's a serious one. Princess, if I step out, you will take control, or you and Faith will run the platform for some few seconds. What I want to beg is this. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, let me allow my people in the platform to close up the show, if you guys don't mind. Tomorrow we have another day. It's Sunday. I know you guys went to church, so I'm going to close down on the incoming so that we can round up. So guys, don't worry. If anybody have something to say, definitely I will allow the person to come in. But right now, let me just take the last comment from our people here, and we can try and round up tonight. So that tomorrow is Monday, people get to go to work. All right. So, Princess, you're preparing for your show, your Good Morning show as well. I'm waiting for Faith to get the show that she's going to come up with in France. I'm really looking forward to that. So let us close this show. Faith, what would you have to say? I know we've cheated you tonight. We'll be talking about our own people only. Okay. Let me just take this call. Okay, I wanted to take Kevin call. I will take the call back if the chance comes, because I think he deserves the right to say his mind. So over to you, Faith.
For me, I've said my piece when I and Princess discussed about this, like when she was telling me the fact that Kempela spoke well on the show doesn't make him a good, leader. And I said I withdrew my point, because it's true that I knew Oshibajo, the fact you talk about Oshibajo, I was
Mm.
also part of the press team during his first tenure.
Mm.
You know, he had this his chief press secretary then, very cool guy, you know. They are all well organized, everything. We're always there with their press conferences and all that. And if Oshibajo is talking, no, the man know they look paper, no be lie. 8 years after we are here.
Yes.
So my own point is it's true. So when she mentioned that area, the thing touched me because not true say Oshibajo then we said we don't come, we don't arrive. You know, but na lie. It's a lie. You know, but we hope it won't be the case for Kempela. Having said that, my own is just that we should not even talk about PDP or APC in this election. Any rightful thinking person in that Delta state, because that state is one of the worst states in Nigeria today. Delta state is going through a lot, you know, a lot of embezzling. They've run the state to the
In
ground.
fact, the
So
debts and the whole saga because
it's
of
too
this one,
much.
this
It's too
bagger.
much. Maybe this one in Peking, they beg for votes now.
Yeah,
Maybe
now.
they vote. I don't know whether they get a dream. Maybe she thinks whether it looks like family business. The
Nah,
daughter
eh.
was there campaigning everywhere the other day, begging Labour Party people to vote for their party. You know. Anyway, my own is maybe they use their mind go vote wrong person. Now then go suffer the next 4 years now.
Abi,
Who go suffer them? Now they are
like,
come.
like
They
Bishop
go they
said,
drink the Gary, they go. You know, all this what we are saying, we're just lending our voices. But we can't put a gun in anybody's head to say, vote this person. They know they take this person, say rain, they fall. Make them vote nonsense, and then go see where the shoe later for 4 years. Like that essay that said, Mr. Sampson said it already, you know. Though if you choose the wrong person, and I go still suffer the thing. So we are here, we're just lending our voices. I was a
yes,
bit lost when people were speaking the Urobo and all that because I'm from Edo State.
yes.
That was why I muted my mic to say, okay, I did
Yeah.
the wait. But
You did, don't worry, you did.
Sorry about
it's
that.
been a great show tonight, all the way.
Go enter those states just
It's
now.
been great. It's
Don't
been
go talk now. Oh. Samson, your phone is like your
Something we can't hear
your
you.
stuff is muted.
We can't hear
Guy.
you, something. We can't hear you.
Okay, you can hear me now. I just want to tell you when Kempela visited Peter Obi in Delta State, the rally. Since that, before that day, Kempela had been doing rally all over the places, Asaba, Ugele, Warri, Agbaro, and different places. Even he went to the palace to see some of those kings around, and they welcomed him. He's doing his best, but all I'm praying that
most of them are betrayers now. We know
yes.
them.
So
because
all I'm praying that
there's one campaign now. Fedro said that Oko were bringing Kempela to as a stooge for him. That Kempela.
no. Fedro is saying what he doesn't know. If Okowa and Kempela, they are not of the same party, and I want him to understand one thing, that if he think politics is like that, it's not in that way. Kempela is under the Labour Party and Okowa is in PDP. If it works like that, that means we don't have party in Nigeria. That means we are playing games. We are playing coupon games in Nigeria. If he says so, it is coupon that he's playing. That but teams and teams can. No, it does not work like that. I want him to understand one thing, that if Kempela when Kempela become the governor of Delta State under Labour Party, because he's fighting for the youth, then Delta State will work with Peter Obi to make sure things work out in Nigeria. If you can see, Peter Obi has changed the narrative of politics in Nigeria. If he's there in Delta State, they should go and write his name down. They will vote for him without even spending any money.
Yeah, that's
provided you are under the Labour Party, the youth movement. This is youth movement to put PDP and APC down from politics in Nigeria, so that we see try other people. Not that I'm telling you that they are 100% guaranteed that they are going to do their best, because it's not easy to transform a country that is already dead to life. But they will try their part and make it work. But for PDP and APC in Delta State, it's a dead zone if we vote them in.
Yes.
We'll become more dead.
And something, don't forget also, I am in Nigeria here. I follow a lot of these youths, and don't forget also that a lot of people have the opinion, especially some of these youth I've spoken with one-on-one, that the labor movement, or the what's it called, this movement now is not basically tiled around labor alone. This is what some of the people are telling you. This new movement, when they dey now, that they tell you say na individuals that they look, not be party. So let's get it right from there. I spoke to somebody today that told me that they are looking at young people, capable people, whether or not they will do well. They are just trying to, they are willing to give these people a chance to come and do something. Unlike the old people who already know with their normal promises now on a yearly basis, on time to time we hear them say. But they just believe that this movement is not basically tied around anybody that is under labor, but individuals that they think that are capable or will do well at the end of the day. And after all that, we are just really, all of us, we join mouth, we're appealing to the youth here in Nigeria, especially in Delta State, that it is nobody is worth your blood, and nobody is worth the blood of the people around you. You have a life ahead of you. I keep telling them. And then, like Bishop said, if you want to kill yourself, kill yourself. Life will still go on. But we're just really praying that the youth will come to realize that we know that, like I always say, I've said that before on the show today, you have a right to your vote. Like Faith said also, nobody will put a gun to your head. And of course, we cannot keep babysitting adults or tell you this is what you must do, and if you not do, I'm not do or die. No, you have your right as an adult in this country. You have your right to your vote. These are just different opinion. We are just trying to see that at the end of the day, we have a better country, and of course, better state, better place to go back home to, that say, okay, I have a state. But as an adult, you do whatever you want, but think about, look beyond now, look beyond this election, look into the future, what the future holds for you, and of course, the people around you, the youth, and of course, your born kids. Some of them never born, so they don't understand how this thing they work. The price of Pampers now in Nigeria, they don't care either. But like I said, I have seen a talk before that was thrown from, if you've been to Warri and you know Wellington Hotel, then I don't know the name now, that was thrown from how many floor there, and they land down. Togri from APC to PDP, they started struggling and he threw him down. And then immediately the body shrinked. Somebody as tall as maybe 8 feet, a bit 7 feet, I don't know. Immediately his body shrinked. They could not cure him. They took him to India. They took him to where again, Dubai. They could not. I don't know what's up with the guy now, but this is somebody I know. This is somebody I sit with. This is somebody that I know. So for you to know that, and police, and of course, that did not stop that campaign, that period. The man went on with his campaign, with his, of course, empty promises, still deceiving others. So I really think the youth should be wiser. Don't become enemies with people that will be of help to you tomorrow because of one politician, because of whatever you think you are achieving now. Your life is worth more than any appointment, any 200,000, 1 million they are giving to you right now. If they don't have two heads, that means that maybe tomorrow you too might become somebody. You too might become a politician or a chief justice or anything. So I feel like the youth should do more, because when Bishop was saying it, I wanted to ask him, sir, it's not basically about we now here as a medium saying don't vote this, don't vote this. Of course, we have other parties in the state, but these youths are not willing. They don't want to listen. A lot of them, their mind already, either APC or PDP will die here. They are not even looking at Kempela, Dijana, or even the Ogboru we are talking about. So it's their decision to make. We're only trying to put our mouth to say, do the right thing and do it on time, so that later we don't hear, like I think we always say, we don't move from the fry pan to fire. We really do appeal to the youth to do what is needful. They have a future ahead of them. With the last election, we already saw that things could change. A new structure is coming, a new movement is on the way already. So exactly. Things will definitely turn around. I really do hope the youth will take a clue from that. Thank you all.
Yes, and I think that is a very good place to round up, because you see what Prince just said now. A movement is on. There is a natural mystic in the air. A change is possible. Do not say, no, it's gone are the days when we thought, oh, it's PDP will win or APC will win. It has changed. If Tinubu lost his state. The same, your road master, who you guys were galvanizing, is the one running for vice president. He lost in Delta. Everything is now possible. Young people, I expect you to say now, I want to run for an office, not to support one dead man. Ogege is a dead man. Sheriff is a dead man. Leave them. They have their destinies to fulfill already. Look at yours. Look at your tomorrow. There's a lot ahead. And I really pray that we embrace our tomorrow. Forget about the past. I have nothing against these two thieves. They've done their own bit. They have their chance. They've done it. The only man that led them into this one is come now. Look at him. Were they praying for him here? Whatever they're doing for this man, it's now a story. It's now history. He and his children go run because by the time Sheriff don't lose the election and somebody on the opposite side take over that office, Okowa will run out of Delta State. And I can't wait to see that. I was saying before, we'll see what happened to Okowa. Now we'll see what's going to happen. Sheriff, your time is, they're counting it. They pack your bag and go. Baba, in fact, I like the way they deceive Agege. They don't deceive you come from there. Because probably will not be fighting with you, robots. You don't bribe some people. Right now, you're not going to win the entire state. So now don't go, now pack and go. So that a new blood that will channel our affair in the right direction. Come to think of it, Delta State is one of the richest states in Nigeria. But go to Delta State. And I want to say this, so for those of you supporting the Dijala, when you talk to somebody, go listen. When I spoke to Kempela, you know what he did now? He said his minimum wage will be 100,000. I said, okay, go back, go and look at the money we are earning. We can pay our people up to 200,000 a month. You understand? So let us write it down. First, you have to conceive it. I've never seen a Dijala on minimum wage. You know, my problem is the minimum wage thing. You understand? I don't believe.
We are more concerned about the people now. We are more concerned about the people and the state.
The only reason, I keep saying it, the only difference between the United States, the United Kingdom, and Nigeria is the money they pay us. Here we are well paid. We're treated as human beings. There, you're treating people as slaves. It got.
And look at Sowolu today went to church. After church closed, he stand for door. He became an usher. He was now shaking every person coming out of the church. Since when that one starts, oh God, do I know you? Who are you? Please, hello.
I have a script for him. Let him come and play the role. They are all actors now. In fact, I don't say you they act now. I will give him a role, come play for film. Even on this new, I've never seen Sheriff before. Only now, Sheriff, they try to talk. Now our campaign good though. Let us rest so that we can have another beautiful day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining me tonight. It's been a wonderful evening with all of you. I trust the faces. When I have these 4 faces, I'm smiling. God bless you. And let's keep this work going. We might think we're not doing anything, we're touching lives. All right? This is all we can do at this moment, and we are doing it. All right? I really want to thank you. I want to encourage you. Let us do this. It's worth it. It is worth it. God bless you. I will say good night.
Good night, good night, everyone. Faith, I miss you. Good night.
Bye. Miss you guys
Good
too.
night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
SR